Attacks on the campaign trail are getting more and more personal as we grow closer to Election Day. And I'm going to read this article. Dem strategists see a landslide in the making. Details of this article and our discussion coming up. With Americans struggling to recover from a gunshot to the economy, both candidates are still finding time to sling the mud, and it could last right up until Election Day. The latest in the back and forth between Senators Obama and McCain, a web-only video from the McCain camp slamming Senator Obama for his ties to the 60s radical William Ayers. On Fox and Friends this morning, if you can imagine, the Obama campaign spokesman Bill Burton basically called the video a stunt. Listen.
Watching TV this morning, it's like a mix between an infomercial for the McCain campaign and an episode of The X-Files with all the conspiracies and crisscrossing suggestions of associations and secret meetings.
The McCain camp argues that Obama's ties to William Ayers are an important factual issue for Americans. McCain's senior campaign advisor, Nicole Wallace, also on Fox and Friends this morning. Listen.
And the point here is if you don't tell the truth about your associations, how can you be trusted to tell the truth to the American people about your plan for raising taxes, about your plan for ending the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, about your plans for health insurance? How can we trust you?
So everybody's warning us that we can expect both campaigns to take the low road up until Election Day. And I don't know if you consider that's what that to be, but at any rate, that's what they're saying. But the attack ads, are they having any effect on voters at all? With us now on the Republican side, Harber, Vice President and Director of Political Division of Wilson Research Strategies. And Wanda James is with us as well, Democratic consultant, blogger at ColoradoPolls.com. Polls as in P-O-L-S, not P-O-L-E-S, right?
Right.
Polls. Good to see you both. Thank you. You know, is this low road or is this stuff people need to know?
It's low road, Shep. It's one of the worst things I've seen happening, and we're seeing it happening at the McCain-Palin rallies. Some of their base is yelling out, you know, kill him and terrorist. And it seems like the McCain camp wants to keep pushing this type of thing.
But I haven't heard anyone say kill him and terrorist. I haven't heard it personally.
It's everywhere. I mean, you can pull it all up on YouTube. There's a number of videos all over. I mean, it's all over the web. And it's really disturbing. And
Tyler, there are those, though, who say, look, don't people have a right to know who he associated with, where he began? I'm not saying this is good or bad. I'm just saying there are plenty of people, I read their emails, who say, I want to know about these things.
Exactly. To say that McCain's the only one in this campaign going negative and attacking is just wrong, because Obama today attacked McCain again for having more than one house, attacked McCain for his plan for the $300 billion to redirect directly to the mortgages, and is attacking him just as much as McCain is attacking Obama. Now, the bottom line here, as this race tightens and as we come to the closing days, negative attacks work. We saw McCain use negative attacks, especially attacking Obama earlier for being a celebrity, which actually drove support up for McCain. So as these undecideds and as these persuadable voters get closer to making a decision, they're not going to vote on party lines. They're not going to vote against or for a candidate because of what party they are. They're going to vote on the facts. And let me tell you, negative campaigning works.
Tyler,
you know what?
Tyler, what's been happening is the polls are heading toward Barack Obama, especially in the 4 states. I want to read part of an article from David Paul Kuhn, who says Democratic strategists see landslide in the making. 3 weeks of historic economic upheaval has done more than just tilt a handful of once reliable Republican states in Barack Obama's direction. Democratic strategies are now optimistic that the ongoing crisis could lead to a landslide victory. It has to do with Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, and Florida. If he wins all of those, he wins in a landslide. Tyler, is that the reason for the discussion of these things which Hillary Clinton brought up back in the primary season?
Absolutely. Look, when you get in a bad position, when you've got to make up ground, when you've got to persuade these voters who have not yet made a decision to come to you, you have to discredit your opponent. And it happens every race in the country, no matter what race it is. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing McCain attack Obama, but he's using truthful attacks. You know, he's not using something that's undocumented. They're really putting out the truth here.
I only have a short time left. Go ahead.
I've got to stop you, because what he's putting out there is actually very dangerous, because people are getting the idea that this man is a terrorist, and that's just not true. And the tie to him and William Ayers just hasn't even really been, there's nothing there, and it's always the same rhetoric that we're hearing in all of their rallies, and it is dangerous, and this is an attack.
I got to get going. I apologize. Wanda, you're both good sports. I appreciate you both. We got another horror show on Wall Street. There's the big board. We're off 400.